I think the Carter name is synonymous with the car business. Pretty well everybody knows the name Carter.
The Carter Auto Group is a partnership between the Mitchell and the Carter families. Each own 50% of the company. We have, at this point, 4 dealerships in the Lower Mainland that consist of Carter GM Burnaby, Carter GM North Shore, Carter Chrysler, and Carter Honda.
A great part of the success of the Carter Auto family is that it's been a successful partnership between the two families, the Mitchells and the Carters, with Howard Carter as the founder and Joe Mitchell as a partner early on in the organization.
I think our key to success in Burnaby has been our people that we have employed here. We've got over 200 people here. Probably 20 to 25% of the people have been with us for 25 years, and I think with any great success story is not one person. There's no I in team. It's the staff that make the deal, and I think our staff are one of the best out there, and I think that's what keeps us number one all the time.
I was hired by Howard Carter and Joe Mitchell and Hal Robertson, the former fleet manager, in 1972. That would be about 39 years ago.
My name is Stacy, and I've started with the company back in '63.
Okay, I started in 1972.
I just really enjoyed working for Carter's. That's why I've stayed for 25 years.
I started in November 1977.
Well, I worked for Carter's from day one on.
I started at Carter's in 1970 working part-time.
So I actually started when I was 13 years old.
I started in 1972.
I spent 45 years with the dealership. 45.
My involvement with the Carter Group actually started in 1976.
Because the Carter family of companies is growing, we need more people to tell the Carter story, to talk about Carter people and their commitment to excellence. That has made Carter the first name in transportation, a name that stands for quality, service, value, and integrity, and that is why I have handpicked you. Now for the fake slam the finger in the door.
We were in Kerrisdale. We were doing very well, and we were outgrowing the facility. So Howard had the foresight to start looking for property in Burnaby.
And as a family, we would drive out to any place that had a large lot for sale. And eventually he chose Burnaby, this location on Lougheed and Willingdon. And it was a woods. It was completely covered with trees, and there were hardly any houses around or anything. And all of Howard's friends would say, "You're nuts. You're absolutely nuts to go out there. Nobody will come out that far to buy a car."
So anyways, we had to move from our dealership in Kerrisdale, and we moved out here in these tents, which was an absolute nightmare. It snowed that winter. We had cars in the mud. I remember selling a car one night, and before we could deliver it, we had to pull it out of the mud with a 4x4. We were servicing the cars, believe it or not, in the pig barns at the P&E. It was a nightmare.
If you're in the market for a new car, you should take a serious look at Carter GM. I'll show you why. Lights? Carter GM sells more cars than anyone in BC because they have the selection and very competitive prices. Just look at all those cars. New Pontiacs, Buicks, Cadillacs, GMC light trucks, acres of them. So come to Carter GM and take a... Put that in there. What are you doing?
The rules are you gotta have fun, you gotta be honest, and if you never lie to a customer, you never have to remember what you said to a customer. And that's the philosophy that my father and Howard Carter have taught us, that you be honest with the customer, you're straightforward with the customer, and that's what everyone expects.
You sell one car at a time, so every sale is important. And I was actually told that once you forget that fact that every car sale is important, because the consumer's buying one car, you're not selling 100 or 1,000 cars a year, you're selling one car at a time. So when you forget that fact, it's time for you to get out of the business.
I think we've been successful because we look after the customers, and I think that we were ahead of the rest of the industry in doing that. And I know in the company, especially in this dealership, that 70% of the sales are repeat and referral customers. So our success has been building a relationship with the customer over the years and making sure that they come back again.
Just when you thought the days of exciting, sporty performance were over, Firebirds for the 80s from Carter GM. Look at this turbo Trans Am. It's beautiful, it's powerful, it's sexy, it's me. Trans Am, Formula Esprit, whichever of the fabulous Firebirds you want, come to Carter GM and get into it. Louise, could you put your bunny down and give me a hand? And then move over to the other side, and then we're like this. Do you want to drive home?
My first car was when I come out of high school. I bought a 1949 Austin. I sold it a year later and made $100. That's when I decided I had to be in the car business.
Yeah, I have a favorite car. It was a 1968 Firebird 400 convertible. Yeah, I just loved driving around in the summer with the top down. Even when it was raining, I'd keep the top down, and I loved that car.
But I think my favorite car is a 1938 Buick convertible. It's gorgeous.
1976 Trans Am that I took delivery here out of this store on. There was more coats of wax on that car than any car in history because I just loved that car.
My favorite car is in my driveway right now. I got a 68 Camaro that I play with all the time. I drive it on the weekend. Drinks a lot of gas, but it's a lot of fun to drive.
2007 Pontiac Grand Prix.
Well, actually, it's a 65 GTO.
I've got a 74 Chevelle Laguna.
Well, I always liked a Buick LeSabre.
The Cadillac SRX. So after all of these years working there, I finally got a Cadillac. And it's cool.
My first car was a 70 Trans Am, which I didn't buy from Carter's, bought privately. Sorry, Joe.
Favorite car, the car that I've driven the most, it's an Excalibur.
Pontiac Le Mans was yellow with a black vinyl roof that I fell in love with. I wanted that car so bad.
My pride and joy today is this new Corvette. Yeah, and it's the best, nicest car I've ever had. And it's my midlife crisis car.
In all the years Carter's been in business, cars sure have come a long way.
The door is ajar.
No, the door is a door. And even though they've kept pace with changing technology, it's nice to know Carter's still old-fashioned when it comes to value and customer satisfaction. You always have and always will come first at Carter's.
Your fly is open.
No, it's all right. I'll do it myself.
I mean, it's so gratifying to be the #1 sales dealer in BC and be one of the top 10 dealers in Canada.
Now that Joe and I are older, I think we have every confidence that our children will take on this responsibility and continue to see the company grow, and I'm very proud of that.
I said to her 1 month, Marnie, we've had a really nice month, good month, profitable month. She said, that's good, Joe. I said, we did this for the Children's Wish Fund. She said to me, oh, if I was there, I'd kiss you. You know, I think if we give all our profits away to charity, she'd be happy. She is such a generous lady.
As president of the Carter Oil family, I'm really proud of our history. The company has grown since the mid-60s to over 450 associates strong, and I look forward to the future and our future growth.
Well, we built out of the tents and sold out of the tents in 1968 and built a landmark dealership in Burnaby here. And we've been part of the Burnaby landscape ever since, and now we're expanding. So we're planning to be in Burnaby for the long term.